Many 49er fans have been wondering what is the status of Brock Purdy after the UCL surgery. And this is the first time that we've gotten to hear from Brock Purdy directly regarding his recovery up until this point. Brock Purdy joined Rock and Manooch with Jimmy B to discuss what it's been like post UCL surgery. Take a listen right here.
Kind of walk us through, for those of us who have not had a surgery like that, walk us through that day and how long did it take, and then obviously we want to follow up and see how you're doing now.
Yeah, just went in, had surgery first thing in the morning, and then really from there, it's, you're on painkillers, you're trying to just, wake up and feel better, and then the next couple weeks is all about just getting your range of motion, and that's where I'm at right now. Everything's healed up from the stitches, and I'm just working on my range of motion and start throwing at 3 months. So that's where I'm at right now.
It's interesting, Brock. I saw that device, that photo. You got that thing on your arm, looked like a little clock piece or expandable piece. Explain that sling/device on your arm and how that thing works. It looks like it's high tech from the 2025 era or something like that.
Yeah. It's an arm brace, and when you first get in it after surgery, you're in at 90 degrees, and then from there you can start opening it up to help with your range of motion. But all it is just to keep your arm safe, when you're out walking around or doing therapy and stuff. But at night I can take it off and do some normal motions with just looking at my arm. But yeah, out in public, man, it looks like I got a robotic arm. So.
It did look like that when I saw the photo. Are you past the frustration of having to leave that game and the incident that took place? Are you now just focusing on your rehab and then preparing for next season?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think you have to move on. You have to start taking it one day at a time and be where your feet are at. Stay in the present. Understand that, we have a goal for this next season. That's to get back to the NFC Championship and win the Super Bowl. So you do have to get past it, but at the same time, you got to sort of remember those kind of things that happen. It makes you who you are. And for me, I'm not going to let something like that, tear me down or anything. I'm going to learn from it, and we're going to get better.
Brock, it seemed as though everybody, your teammates, fans, everybody was very, very supportive of the scenario, you getting the surgery. How involved are the 49ers medical staff and all the people on a day-in and day-out basis, and did they fly out to Dallas as well, too, to either help with the surgery or be part of the surgery?
Yeah, they've been great. They've been in it every step of the way. The minute I went out and had surgery, the head athletic trainer, Dustin Little's out there with me, made sure everything went well, and then after he made sure everything was handled as I got back to Arizona and started up rehab. They've called in every day. They come out, they fly out, they make sure I'm doing well. I'm with a specialist out here in Arizona who's done, this rehab on the elbow, hundreds of thousands of times. He's a baseball guy, and so they trust in him, and everything's going as planned.
And what does that curtail, Brock? What are some of the things you do on a daily basis? Like grips, strengthening for a lot of people. We always hear about the Tommy John. Yours obviously was not Tommy John. Kind of walk us through your day of rehab.
Yeah, I mean, it's, hands-on at first. He just, make sure all the muscles and everything around my ligament are doing well, that I'm moving on. We work on range of motion, trying to touch the shoulder and the back of my head and just different things like that right now. And then, we start off with, putting on cuffs, like weighted cuffs around my wrist and lifting up my arm, just trying to get my arm strength back. And then as the stitches, come out, then you can start sweating and doing, cardio and things like that, which all that blood flow helps, your arm heal as well. So there's different stages to it, but it's going well.
And at what point do they feel you can probably start throwing again? Is it 2 months, 3 months, or there'll be a certain criteria you're going to have to pass before they allow you to throw football?
Yeah, I mean, the protocol is you start throwing at 3 months, but it all depends on how your, therapy and your range of motion and everything goes up until that point. So there's definitely some boxes I have to check off first until I get to that point, but that's the plan as of now.